Hi, my name is Elsa, and this is a story of how I went from being burdened to comforted. I grew up in a great home with great parents, going to church, believing in God, and reading the Bible. And I had this image of being just a really good kid who always kind of did the right things and followed the rules. And I liked having that image and having that reputation. And so I carried that with me into high school, and that's how people continued to see me. They saw me as someone who worked hard, who got good grades, who was involved in a lot of activities, and had a solid group of friends. And so those were the things that I lived for. I wanted people to see me as being perfect. But by the time I got to my senior year, I was getting pretty tired of having to say no to the things my friends were doing, of always trying to do the right things and be um, the good girl that people expected me to be. And so I decided that I wanted my senior year just to be really fun, and that even though I didn't want to disappoint people, that if it meant having to lie or compromise my morals, that I would do whatever it took to make sure that my senior year was a memorable one. And so that's exactly what I did. I had a lot of fun, but because I didn't want to disappoint the people that I cared about, I was caught up in a lot of lies about where I was going, what I was doing, and who I was hanging out with. And so it left me feeling really burdened with this sense of guilt that even though my life still looked good from the outside, I was living in all of these lies, and I knew I was living a life that would probably be pretty disappointing to people that I cared about. And so when I got to college, I knew that I had a choice to make. I could either continue living for myself and doing the things that I thought would make me happy, but really weren't lasting, or I could kind of do a 180 and turn back towards God and live the life that He wanted me to live. And so when I met a crew staff member and another girl in my dorm, and they invited me to attend a Bible study, that's when things started to change. I met people who loved each other and loved God, and were living their lives not consumed by following the rules and trying to uphold this perfect appearance, but were just living for a God that they loved and had a relationship with. And that's what I wanted my life to look like. Um, so where things really turned around for me was when I attended a fall retreat my freshman year, and the speaker was talking about how Christ had come and died for our sins so that we didn't have to live this life burdened by guilt and shame, for all these things that we had done, but how Christ wanted us to give our burdens to Him and that He wanted to carry those things for us. And so that's when I decided that I wanted to follow Christ again, that I wanted to give my life over to Him, and I was tired of carrying around all of this guilt and shame that I had been experiencing for the past year, knowing that my life hadn't been um, pleasing to others or pleasing to God. And so I gave all those things to Him, and I experienced this great joy and freedom in knowing that I'm going to be imperfect, and that God knows that I'm imperfect, but that He loves me unconditionally, and that even when I make mistakes, that He will always forgive me. And I'm just comforted in knowing that I serve a God who is perfect, even though I'm not, and that He has a perfect plan for my life that is so much better than any life that I could have tried to achieve on my own efforts and by just trying to be perfect without Him. And so I'm excited just to see where He'll continue to lead me for the rest of my life. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my story. I'm interested in hearing yours. Please click the link at the end of this video to connect with me and share your thoughts. Thank you.